So what coaches do we have? What coach do you guys have on your hottest seat?
I've
Coach
already
is on
got
the
mine.
hot seat, the
Yeah.
hottest of the seats.
Yeah. We can do one AFC, one NFC coach.
Sure.
So, Tim, you said you got yours already?
Well, I have one.
One. Yeah.
Oh well.
Well,
What's your one? You can talk about your one.
Well, I'll start with AFC then, and then we can come back and I'll do my NFC because I need to figure out who that is. But AFC, I don't think he'll be the first coach fired, but I think he has the hottest seat. I think he did last year. I was surprised he still had a job. But Brandon Staley.
like
That's a good.
that's a good one.
That's a great one. Yeah,
I mean,
very hot seat. I'm
look
surprised
what the Jaguars did to them. In
if they go out in the first round again in the playoffs, or if they don't make it to the playoffs, especially.
last year, I mean, he got demolished by the Jags coming back on him. The year before that, all they needed was a tie. They decided not to go for the tie,
Oh
and
yeah,
the Raiders made him pay for that. So
you've seen two years in a row where he's blown a game that could have extended their season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that's a good pick.
So, okay. Sam, what's your AFC coach?
That's a good one. It's hard to pick a better one, but I'll go actually maybe Sala with the Jets. If the Jets don't do well this year with all the pressure that's put on them, I don't know how much will be put on, and a lot's going to be put on Aaron Rodgers, of course, right?
Yeah.
But if Sala doesn't, if he doesn't produce with the team that he's given here,
what do you think he has to do?
he's got to at least. I mean, he has to make the playoffs. Has to.
Yeah, I agree.
And probably like I don't know if they fire him after play. It depends on what happens in those playoffs. Like if he does it, if he pulls a Brandon Staley and blows a huge lead, like he might be gone.
If they miss the playoffs, he's out.
He's out, right?
Yeah, if they
Yeah.
miss the playoffs, he's gone.
But
And I think
that's
if they don't have a good showing in one of those playoff games, he's probably
he
gone.
could be gone.
Yeah.
So
So I
that's my
definitely
guy.
sneaky. Who you got?
Are we just doing AFC right now?
AFC right now.
Yeah, so I mean, both previously very good picks. I kind of want to say Mike Vrabel, but they just really seem to love him down there.
Yeah.
I mean, how can't you?
So I'm actually gonna go Sean McDermott in Buffalo.
Ooh.
I think it's way past time for them. If I was the owner of the Bills, I'm not happy with how things have gone. Like it's slowly getting worse. It's not getting better.
Okay.
So again, McDermott's like it comes back to what a lot of people are pointing out is that defensive coaches just aren't like it's not you can't be successful, but they're not.
There's a cap.
Yeah, there's a cap to it.
Cap on them. I agree.
So yeah, I think, and I don't think it would be wrong for the Bills to go with a different philosophy.
That's sometimes just a different voice can bring out different things.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. It's a good one. All three of those are really good. Actually, Sam stole mine, so I pivoted to a different one.
There's another team that was high up there for me.
So mine that I'm going to take
Or
is
coach.
a team that the excuses are probably gone. I'm going to say Kevin Stefanski from Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think you're paying your quarterback $230 million guaranteed. I think that, and he's able to play. He's eligible to play all the games this year. You're expected to win, and they already have a unless you're losing every game, they fire you.
Yeah.
So,
Probably right.
yeah, I
Especially
mean it's
you ruin Baker if you ruin this quarterback.
yeah, Brown.
It's kind of crazy they didn't already replace him last year or after the end of last year.
He had the built-in excuse. I think
Last year
is kind of
a wash, right?
yeah.
So yeah, I think they want to see.
I guess, but I mean, like
they chose him over Baker, so they're gonna stick with him to at least see what he can
yeah.
do with Deshaun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're probably right. If he's not any good, they're gonna have to choose Deshaun over him because of that contract. So. Yeah, probably got a pretty hot seat.
Yeah, that's actually a good choice. Out of the four,
I think,
I would bet money on him to not be there at the end of the year.
can we throw in an honorable mention?
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels.
Oh
right?
yeah,
The Raiders, like,
I didn't want to be super obvious with my pick.
Yeah.
Everybody, I mean, that dude's
I think that's kind of a foregone conclusion. The
That
Raiders
dude's-
not gonna be good and he's gonna be fired.
yeah.
probably.
So
NFC.
Tim, let's hear your NFC.
NFC. I don't know enough about the coaches over in the NFC, but here's the one that I don't know how he has a job since day one, but Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, that's a good hot seat.
You stole mine both times.
Very hot, very hot seat.
I
because
don't
we
understand.
We already saw Jerry Jones joke around about like
Firing him.
not firing him,
I
but just saying
being
he's
weak
the
at that.
reason they're not good, right? Because they're like talking about
What's your
they brought
biggest
in a bunch
weakness?
of-
Head coach?
Yeah.
it's like the
Coaching.
talent is the
Fucking brutal.
dude. Yeah, head
It was
coach
just right off the cuff, head coach.
what do you?
Like he was waiting for somebody to ask him.
Well, he said what he didn't say head coach. He said, "What do you think the issue is?" And he said,
Coaching. Yeah.
coaching."
Yeah. Coaching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's not going to say it's the talent, right? Because obviously it's not. He brings in the talent.
Exactly.
Talent's fine.
Talent's perfect.
Coaching, which he
Mm.
also brings in, but
Yeah.
whatever.
All right, Sam.
Um,
What's your NFC coach?
my NFC coach, who's the Saints guy?
Dennis Allen. That
Dennis
was
Allen.
a
That
guy
dude
I was
gone.
debating on now.
That dude gone, right? Like, it was tough. Him or Art Smith with the Falcons, but if those guys don't have a good year this year, and they're probably not going to, I don't
Yeah.
see them keeping their jobs. Like, what have you brought to your teams?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You brought nothing.
Nothing.
So
Dennis Allen's terrible.
Dennis Allen is
Former Raiders coach, the guy who drafted Derek Carr, finally reunited with Derek Carr so he can do nothing with Derek Carr again. Sneaky.
no, they were, my pick to actually win the South because they had Derek Carr. They're the only team. But if he doesn't do that, if he doesn't win the division with having the only team with a damn quarterback, except maybe the Panthers,
No.
then yeah, gone. Right.
I don't know. I've got a couple of easy ones, but I've got
I
a spicy
know.
too.
What's yours? I want to hear it. I'm excited.
I
Be spicy with it.
I think if they're not a playoff team this year, I think they move on from Dan Campbell. The Lions. I think they
Things
feel
would
like
have to
they've
get,
got
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Like
They-
they've
they
got,
need-
they
they-
have to go to the playoffs.
That is.
I
a
could
spicy
see if they
take.
get worse for
This,
sure.
this is the
but
best shot they've had in the North in a long time. There's no Aaron Rodgers. There's no Brett Favre.
Right. No one's standing in your way. The Vikings were frauds, right?
Yeah, you've got a competent team, a good team. Like you have to make the playoffs. But the easy ones are like Matt LaFleur. I think Matt LaFleur is a dead man walking.
Yeah. I don't
Potentially.
know. I don't think so necessarily
Yeah,
because
I think that Packers team's gonna be bad.
no, he's got an excuse with Jordan Love of being like, hey, we're gonna see what Jordan Love is and see if we can get him going. If they do
but yeah,
okay, like
Well,
they don't have to make
we've already seen his cap with a good quarterback because they had Aaron Rodgers, right?
well, yeah, and he got
League
to
MVP with Matt
Okay.
LaFleur, but
I
Again,
if that was their issue, he would have been gone already.
if Jordan Love's bad, I think they blow it all up.
I think they get rid of Jordan Love, but I don't know if they get rid of LaFleur, actually. I don't think so. I don't agree.
And then I think Matt Eberflus could.
That was one that I had I was like, man, but this is only going to
That
be a
was a good
second
one.
year, so it's hard for me to peg him.
Yeah, they don't have a ton of patience up there.
Nah.
For-
I
And they're gonna. And if I was the Bears organization, I'd feel like I've put together a really good team this year.
yeah.
If
Done
I
well.
can get something out of it.
And my pick, because I definitely jotted bounced around Dennis Allen.
Yeah.
I honestly thought Dan Campbell, but I didn't want to say it. So I'm glad you said it so I didn't have to.
It doesn't make me happy because I
No,
like
no, I definitely agree with you. Matt Eberflus is another one that I have in my head, but I was like, it's Ron Rivera in my head.
Ron Rivera, yeah.
Ron
was
Rivera
the
is who I'm
last-
going with.
That was the
think he's
last
kind of
one.
another dead man walking.
Yeah, that's Dead Man Walking for sure. I
Unless they're okay. I mean, they're in a tough division, obviously. But let's see how they do. With Bieniemy running their offense, but then
Yeah.
on quarterback. So
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean, there's
know.
a lot of hot seats in the NFC.
they
Joe
brought
Judge-
it just feels to me kind of like whenever Jason Garrett was the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys, and everybody on earth knew they're just waiting for the right time to fire Wade Phillips to make him the fucking head coach
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
like that's
Yeah.
what's fucking happening in Washington. Like
You
Ron
think so?
Rivera helped name the team. He helped them through all this embarrassing shit. They felt bad because he
Yeah,
just got.
they couldn't fire him after last year.
They wanted to wait it
Okay,
out. Dan
but
Snyder.
Honestly,
Dan Snyder
honestly,
couldn't
with the-
fire another dude. He couldn't fire a cancer survivor after all the horrible shit he's done.
Okay,
Like,
I mean,
with all the
it's
shit,
gonna be a piece of shit. Let's go for it.
yeah, true.
with all the shit that Ron Rivera has coached that team through, and they haven't been like bottom feeders, right? Like
Yeah.
they weren't terrible last year. They were better than most people thought.
They had some fight. They had fight in them.
So
Ron Rivera would have to have a miracle season, I think, for him to keep his job.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see him keeping it.
No, I don't either.
So
I think if he did some shit like made it to the NFC Championship somehow.
yeah, I just feel like they didn't want to fire him, but they hired his replacement already. Because I think Eric Bieniemy is their head coach the next season.